I want to talk about the 3 most common cat problems. There are 3 main things that people came to me with for, or 3 main problems that people have. Number 1 is cats are not getting along. And the myth is, as I said, cats are loners, and it's not true. Yes, there are cats that like less company, or there are even cats that are real loners, just like people. Some people are hermits and they just want to be alone. But the majority of people are not, right? And then there's everything in between. Some people like a lot of community. Some people like to be not alone at all. Some people like to be alone at times. And it's the same with cats. So anyway, common problem number 1, cats are not getting along. And the typical scenario is that people bring in a new cat into their home, and the new cat doesn't get along with the old cat, and there's all kinds of problems going on. Or people have cats that used to get along, and now they're starting to fight for no reason, or for very little reason. And people don't know what is going on. I don't know. And I'm just going to cite these problems, and then later I'm going to shed light on what to do about it. The second most problem is the cat is peeing outside the cat toilet or pooping outside the cat toilet, but the peeing is more widespread. And of course, and people say, oh, the cat wants to punish me, or the cat is mean. And it's never that. The cat never wants to punish you. The cat is never mean. The cat's never doing this out of spite. There's always a good reason when a cat is not using the cat toilet. I'm going into that in a little while. And the third common cat problem is just some kind of extreme behavior. And I just kind of lumped it together in point number 3. It's either the cat is hiding, cat's under the bed all the time, cat's very shy, cat doesn't want to be touched, cat is over aggressive, cat is meowing at the top of his lung, and people don't know why. So any kind of extreme behavior falls into this. And really the common approaches, and again, I do not want to discredit cat behaviorists or cat psychologists. I love and adore everybody who works with cats, and a lot of people have a lot of good approaches. But common approaches are usually to retrain the behavior or to modify the cat behavior. They train them with treats when cats are not getting along. They train them with clicker training or with treats or all kinds of stimulus. Or when cats are not peeing in the toilet, they're trying to retrain the behavior. And it's got nothing to do with training or retraining the cat, because the cat is not an idiot. The cat does not need to be retrained. The cat wants to say something. So that is why a lot of common approaches, and I'm not saying they never work. I just know that a lot of people came to me when everything has failed. I had so many clients coming to me saying, I tried everything. I tried the bug flowers, and I tried the clicker training, and I tried the cat psychologist, and I tried the so-and-so, and nothing worked, and please help me. And then I help with my methods, and I'm going to share with you in a moment what my methods are, but I had fabulous results of cats stopped fighting, cats started to use the toilet again, cats stopped hiding, cats stopped hitting on each other, cats stopped bullying the other cats. I had really, really great results because I am not about common approaches. I'm about a holistic approach. Remember, I talk to the cats. That's one of my secrets. I talk to the cat. I ask the cat. I do not guess what does the cat probably want to say. I talk to the cat. So cats never act out of spite. I never, ever have met one cat that was really mean and said, yeah, I really hate my human or ate my home, and that's why I just, soil the home. They don't do it out of spite. And it's not that they don't know the desired behavior, what you want the cat to do. They know. They're not stupid. They are very intelligent. But the fact is that cats are always trying to say something important. When they show extreme, weird, different behavior, anything out of the box, if they keep repeating a certain behavior, it's always a cry for help. They always want to say that something is wrong, either in the cat's life or, and that's the key, in your life, in the cat parent's life, in the human's life. So many times the cats told me, it's not me. When people came to me, they said, oh, my cat is meowing at the top of her lungs and I don't know what's wrong. And I do everything for my cat. And I buy the nicest toys and the best treats. And I play with my cat. And the cat's still restless and meowing. What's going on? I want my cat to be happy, right? People come to me and say, I just want my cat to be happy. And then I speak to the cat, and the cat said, it's not me, it's my human. My human is not happy. My human is restless. My human is pacing. My human is stressed out. Please, I want my human to be happy. So when a cat behaves in a weird way, then it's a cry to say something is wrong in the cat's life or in your life or in the human's life. So at the core of my teaching is that cats are very closely entwined with us on a soul level. They come to us for a certain reason. They are our mirrors. They are our teachers. And I wrote this beautiful booklet, The 10 Cat Archetypes. If you have not downloaded that yet, go to Feline Soul Academy and go to Your Cat's Purpose and download the booklet. I'm not going into that today, but I want to revisit those 3 cat problems that I talked about earlier. So when cats are not getting along, it's usually not that they hate their guts or that they can't stand each other. Yes, that happens too, that 2 cats just really, the chemistry is not right and they just really don't like each other. That happens. But in 90% of the cases that I was called for help, the cats were showing their humans were fighting, that they were not getting along, that they had lost that loving feeling for each other, that the spouses were fighting, or that they were literally hissing and growling at each other, the people, right? The cats are our mirror. And if you don't notice that you and your spouse or anybody in the family can be some kind of family dynamics, when people don't notice how their family dynamics are fighting and not getting along, the cats will start to fight. And they are holding the mirror in front of us saying, hello, this is you. We're just mirroring you. This is how you guys treat each other, right? So this is something you can tell if you work with people. When cats are fighting, tell them to look within. Tell them to look into the family, into the home, to the humans. Who's fighting? Who's not getting along? Who is snarling and hissing at each other, right? So many times that's the key. And the cats want to show us so we can fix it. So we can fix our relationships. We can work on ourselves. We can work on our relationship. And in almost all cases, except for those people who didn't accept it, but those people said, oh my God, yeah, that's right. That's me and my husband. And then when they started to work on their relationship, the cats started to get along. So it's beautiful how that works. You and your spouse start to get along again. You will see your cats will stop fighting. All right. Problem number 2, cat peeing outside the cat toilet. Of course, they are not showing us where we pee outside the cat toilet, but the bladder and peeing stands for pressure. So when you have a cat that pees outside the cat toilet, you have to look at where does the peeing take place. It usually signifies somebody in the household has pressure. One of the humans has pressure. They're very stressed out. They're pressured. The cat will pee. I had a cat that peed in front of the bathroom mirror. And it turned out that the human, the lady, she was very, very much fixated on her looks. She would stand in front of the mirror in the morning and be all stressed out because, oh my God, and I have a wrinkle here. Oh my God, I don't look great. I have a wrinkle. I have a bad hair day. And she was so stressed in front of the bathroom mirror that the cat would pee in front of the bathroom mirror, on the rug in front of the bathroom mirror. She just wanted to show, this is where you, dear human, this is where you have so much pressure, right? So a lot of times, I don't want to put a number behind it because when a cat pees outside the cat toilet, it can have a lot of other reasons. It's one of the trickiest things to really find out. It can also be a physical problem. It can be an actually cat toilet problem, that the cat toilet is insufficient, in a bad place, not clean enough, has a hood, which the cat doesn't like. But I would say in 85% of cases, almost 90% of cases that I worked on, it signified a human who had too much pressure or stress or was not at ease with himself, herself in the world. Okay. So I'm showing you these are the solutions. And when we don't factor in the human factor in a lot of treatments or common approaches is you got to fix the cats, they're fighting, fix the cats, modify their behavior. See what I mean? Modify the cat's behavior, give them treats so they get along. No, it's not about the cats. It's about the human. And when you don't take that into account, then you will not remove the problem for long. They might get along a little better when you work with treats and clicker training, but the source problem is still there, the humans that are fighting. So you always got to go to the human. That's the secret key. And that's the same with cats showing extreme behavior. Same thing here. They are usually reflecting our own behavior back at us. When you have a timid cat and the cat always hides in the bedroom, when visitors come in, then, take a look at yourself. Where am I hiding? Am I hiding from the world? Do I hate it when visitors come in? When a cat has trust issues and doesn't want you to touch her, where do you have trust issues? Do you trust the world? Do you trust people when they come to you? Do you not want to be touched? Do you not want somebody to infringe on your personal space because you have trust issues with people? So any kind of extreme cat behavior is many times more than not a reflection of ourselves. And when we recognize ourselves in that behavior, oh my God, that's right, I don't trust the world either, then we can start to heal that. And then the cat can start to heal too. And then a shy cat will become more confident. And a cat with trust issues starts to trust you because you start to trust, right? So if you want to be a cat whisperer, if you want to understand cats better, please take that into account. The missing link is always the human. In almost all cases, it's the human, the missing link, which is why a lot of common methods of retraining the cat's behavior, it doesn't work because the root problem, if I may say it that drastically, is usually the human. And they're doing this not out of spite, they're doing this out of tremendous love for us because they see us struggling, they see us fighting, they see us being restless, they see us being stressed out by life, by our work, by whatever, our family dynamics. So they are helping us by shedding light on it, holding the mirror in front of it. And that's where a lot of misunderstandings happen because people say, oh, the cat's acting out of spite, the cat's acting up. They know the cat has so much love for you that she is trying to show you, dear human, you're not happy. You're not aligned. Okay. So what do the cats need? Really, the cats need education. I mean, not the cats, obviously the humans need education on the common stuff, such as the scratch posts and the declawing, but they also need education on what I just elaborated on, to be understood truly for what they are, that they are not little sassy animals that eat and sleep and do nothing else and play. They are these really deep characters. They are huge personalities. They are in our lives to help us live our best life. That's the kind of understanding that the cats need from us. So if you work with cats, please always factor that in. They need healing, all kinds of healing, physical healing, yes, but also emotional healing. So if you're a healer, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But really what they need is for us to work on a body, mind, and soul level, on a holistic level, with the cats and with their humans. And that's the key. The human is the key. Even if you work holistically with cats, yes, it's better than working on a one track, just doing one thing, but really always factor in the humans, if there are humans. If you work with feral cats or if you work with shelter cats, of course, a little bit different, but always factor in the humans. That's always the missing link that a lot of people overlook because they underestimate how closely cats actually are entwined with us on all levels. Okay, so now some of you might say, how does this lady know all of this? Who is she really?